You already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes. Super violate that like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit that like button. Shall we begin? Shall we begin?
You know, it's no fucking different in here, B. It's no fucking different. Hassan Campbell don't know rap. So it's easy for somebody from the outside looking in and says, Geechi Gotti's in jail right now. Y'all are a $1 billion industry. If I had access to y'all, I would make millions off of y'all. And I'm offended by that because he almost makes it sound like the other league owners that come through battle rap and actually know what they're doing, you know, as if we pillaged the battle rappers. You know, as if somebody like me hasn't taken a shit of losses while was making money off of my money. When I spend it to put it together, I go home in the red and you go home in the fucking green. The Hassan Campbell don't know what the he's talking about. He's from the outside looking in and he's looking at the talent, which is stellar.
Pause for a second. I'm not just looking at the talent. I'm looking at the internet. These YouTube streets. I'm looking at something called the algorithm. The algorithm is not being fed. The algorithm works 24 hours a day. Y'all not putting out 24 hours worth of content when you have enough people to create content. See, I'm a nigga that can sit up there and speak and say what I'm saying because I've actually made $1 million myself. I'm self-made. I'm self-made on this internet. So yes, I can give a perspective from where I can see content creators, YouTubers, battle rappers making more money on YouTube where they started at. Yes, I have a right to be able to sit up there and say, I see avenues and see ways that I can make money and I can eat off of them the same way you're eating off of them. But continue on.
To cover the leagues more than, cover the battle rappers more than. You said if you have access to them, you would make millions. You do have access to them. They're just private contractors. Call them. Bluffing. And you don't know shit. Goods, don't big up no Hassan Campbell like that because he shouted out a couple names. Hassan Campbell still got a goof troop legacy. That's a guy that did interviews talking about this. 5 of us in this room. One of us is the same guy that put...
Hold up. Let's pause right there. When I was in that room with academics, I never said it was 5 of us. You said it was 5 of us. In that room, there was 100 niggas. At that table, academics, me, right? Academics, me, Tekashi 6ix9ine. Academics had a get off me case, a get off me investigation. Tekashi 6ix9ine had a get off me case. What are you talking about? But it's niggas like you take the truth and flipped it, right? Because that's what you just did. So when y'all seen that video, y'all wasn't looking at the 100 niggas that was behind the camera that was standing there. That's what y'all missed out on. And y'all overlooked the fact that Tekashi had a case already and so did academics. Now, did I just make my point? Or did you just try to make me look stupid? Put it in the comments section. Put it in the comments section. That's why you can't look at videos that has been manipulated and edited. But continue on.
Builds up a tripod outside the projects and screams at the windows while niggas throw shit at him. This same nigga gets on camera and says, let's die tonight. Gets on camera with people. Let's just pull up right now. Let's just die. He's been a goof most of his shit. He's been a goof. Hassan Campbell's battle rap opinion. I'm out of here. More than. To cover the leagues more than. Cover the battle rappers more than. You said if you have access to them, you would make millions. You do have access to them. They're just private contractors. Call them. Bluffing. And you don't know shit. Goods, don't big up no Hassan Campbell like that because he shouted out a couple names. Hassan Campbell still got a goof troop legacy. That's a guy that did interviews talking about this. 5 of us in this room. One of us is The same guy that builds up a tripod outside the projects and screams at the windows while niggas throw shit at him. The same nigga gets on camera and says, "Let's die tonight." Gets on camera with people. "Let's just pull up right now. Let's just die." He's been a goof most of his shit.
Yersky, let me tell y'all something. This goes deeper than the fraud. I was just recently looking into Hassan Campbell's backstory, and behind all the memes, behind all the, sound and serious culture, shock culture behind it all, that man really went through a lot. He went through something very serious at a young age, at the hands of somebody that nobody would question because of his status as a celebrity. Very familiar story. Now, I believe he did it, but allegedly, a guy by the name of Africa Bambaataa S.A. Hassan Campbell, when he was of a very young age, I believe 12 years old, and it adds up because that age gap would definitely have been there. Now, after this point, Hassan Campbell grew up with his masculinity obviously tempered, especially as a black man in America. You're supposed to be this tough, robust, solid dude. Now, how do you do that with a past as distorted as that? On top of that, being that somebody as high up and well known as Africa Bambaataa, being that he was considered the cornerstone of black street culture, hip-hop culture, this, that, and the third. How do you come out and tell the truth about this mess without people bashing you and calling you just a trend hopper? But before we even analyze the actual situation itself, I believe that the way that Hassan Campbell lives life is definitely a reflection of that. He lives as if his masculinity is always in question, always trying to fight somebody, always speaking the raw, dirt, gnarliest truth without any concern about what people may feel about it. Openly talking about wanting to die, openly talking about being okay to kill somebody. Like, this man is down for whatever, it don't matter. You know what I mean? And that nature obviously is memeable on the internet. It's what we do on here. We turn stuff into memes for shock value, trends, and to gander attention and stuff like that. But this man legitimately went through it. This is no joke for him. And I think this particularly speaks volumes on the totality of the black community as a whole, on how we view masculinity, because a lot of us, especially during slavery days, that mess was snatched from us from similar actions. And on top of that, we repeated it within our own culture and made that a subcategory of our culture, demasculating each other, but then trying to remasculate in the most so-called self-made masculine way possible, instead of being a wholesome people completely and letting God define us of who we are. We let the oppression within our own minds cause us to go into this Uzumaki spiral that just freaking leads to death and more destruction. Either way, I do believe that we should definitely pray for my believers out there. Pray for Hassan Campbell, because currently he's in a mindset to where he thinks that there is no healing from that level of trauma, especially the other things that he went through. There is no healing from it. And we know, even if you're a non-believer, we know on a psychological level, we know on a spiritual level, we know on a level of renewal of the soul within the Word of God, this stuff is possible. So please keep Hassan Campbell in your thoughts and prayers, because he is definitely in need of it.
Saying always hear about me robbing the Walgreens, and at the time they get it. They're like, "What you in there doing, man? They got, like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it 100. You dig what I'm saying? At the time, we in there trying to get the pills. You feel me? The lean, everything. That's what these is doing. That's what they popping. That's what they own. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what's popping with, like, so we go get it. We booming. I done already did this before. You know what I'm saying? Like, this so it was second nature.
So you a pharmacy robber. You rob pharmacy.
No. I ain't gonna say I do. Listen, I did at that time. Yeah, that's over too. Like, I ain't doing that no more.
See, you can call me a goof, right? But was Geechi Gotti a goof when he decided to go rob a pharmacy? Why he didn't call you up and say, "Yo, can you front me some money for the next battle so I don't have to go rob and steal somebody's prescriptions?" There's somebody sick that was out there that needed their medication, And that nigga was so down and out, couldn't turn to nobody, that he went and took sick people medicine. But I'm the goof? See, when I broke down on the internet, or rather in the middle of those projects, and got shot and went to the hospital, some of y'all said I didn't get shot. Some of y'all said I did. But one thing I do know is I woke up with damn near $100,000 in the next day in my Cash App. Who's the goof? When I cry, the crowd wipe away my tears. Because that's what it's all about. See, in real life, you would never say the things that what you're saying on the internet. Anybody that really knows me, you wouldn't say that to my face and walk away with your teeth. We're not even built the same like that. I've been to jail for multiple bodies in jail. You a battle rap league nigga. But it ain't even about that. Because I don't understand why you decided to get so violent. Why did you take something so personal? Because the battle rappers that you employ started having conversations and they realized that, you dudes that's supposed to be their bosses, y'all not treating them niggas right? They feeling some type of way? Oh yeah, they been feeling some type of way. That's why you took it so personal and got so salty, because I don't even know you and never even said anything about you. When I think of battle rap, I think about smack. Not you, my nigga. But I get it. You came into smack world. You copied the style, but you couldn't copy the respect. That's why you sit up here on the internet talking about you put money into battles and niggas left with the bag and you was in the red. That's not my fault. That I can see other ways of making money off of battle rappers than you. I just don't indulge in battle rap because it's not my thing. I would love to work with some of them battle rappers and get some bread. If I've made $1 million off of me, you think I can't make $1 million off of them? That's your fault if you can't see where I can see merchandise at. That's your fault when you can't see where I can see them doing podcasts. That's your fault if you can't see, like Kayshawn, for example, right? What's his story? What's his upbringing? I don't know. He has a story to tell. There's money in that. This is what the internet is for. This is what we do. I told my story and got rich. Now you telling me all these elite battle rappers can't do the same thing? No, it's just that you niggas y'all like Sally with the one-track mind. You're like Sally with the one-track mind, and you can't figure out how to bring everything to the table. Y'all niggas is doing the same thing over and over again. There's other ways of getting money out of these battle rappers. Y'all won't stick together. All y'all do is come get on stage, spit your battle, and go home. No, there's more money than that. There's way more money. You can't sit up there and call me a lame because I'm self-made. I don't live in the projects no more. I live in the suburbs. When I went outside, it stuck my tripod out and niggas threw bottles out the window. The next day, people threw money into my Cash App, into my bank account. Make it make sense. I did. You just couldn't see the math. It was adding up either way. Even when I take a loss, I win, my nigga. Put it in the comments section. It is what it is. That's my take on the situation. Instead of you sitting up there taking shots at me, why don't you give me a call and say, yo, what do you got in mind, my nigga? I tell you one thing where you messing up at. When I look at your YouTube page, in between battles, nobody wants to see you, my nigga. When they come to my YouTube page, they're coming directly for me. I built this whole page, this whole empire, 500,000 highs by myself. You built it with battle rappers. So being that you have a platform based off of battle rappers, there should be more content on your platform with these battle rappers. That's my take on the situation. It is what it is. You took it personal. You can copy niggas' style, but you can't copy their respect. R-E-S-P-E-C-T? Yeah. It is what it is. You're not smack. You came in another nigga league. On these YouTube streets, I created these avenues, I created these streets, and I created this lane. This is my shit. It is what it is, man. Any of y'all battle rappers out there want to sit down and want to figure out how to make more money off of YouTube instead of being like your man's Geechi Gotti? being down and out on his luck and can't come back to the boss and ask the boss for a front for some money. He had to go get it how he lived it, and now he in jail locked up. I'm the goofy, but I'm home with my kids. Meanwhile, your employee sitting in jail. CO, I'm out.